Hey guys! So one of the biggest issues that the world faces right now is that of immigration. Basically, somebody who was born in one country decides, I want to live in another country now. And that's fine. Now, if you decide that you want to move from one country to another country, and if you want to stay there forever, you usually have to pass some kind of citizenship test. In Britain, and in lots of other countries around the world, we have these weird tests that check, like the history. Like, in ours, it's like, who was Henry VIII's wives? Who cares? One of our questions, according to the Daily Mirror, is which of these is a 20th century British discovery? And the answer is the hovercraft. Now, it seems to me that the people who wrote this test don't actually speak proper English because the word discovery suggests that we discovered it.
God save the Queen. Oh, bloody hell! There's an hovercraft over here! I have discovered the hovercraft. Long live...
So today I'm going to be taking the British citizenship test to find out if I, having been born in Britain, even deserve to live here. My guess is I probably don't. Welcome to the Life in the UK free sample quiz. Let us begin this journey. Who was the first man to be called Prime Minister? Maybe I should know this, I don't know, but if you move to this country, when are you ever gonna need that? Sir Herbert Walpole. Wrong! George, I did not speak very good English, and this it's George the First, not George I. George, I do not speak good English. Let me into your stupid country. Margaret Thatcher was the daughter of which of the following? Satan. The repeal of the Corn Laws in 1846 was designed to do what? Encourage British farmers to grow more grain. I'm gonna guess that's right. If it was for any other reason, that would be dumb. Incorrect. The repeal was to allow the import of cheap grain. Great! To exploit the world! Thanks, laws! What was the name of the only surviving child from the marriage of Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon? I mean, the fact that she thinks I'd care makes her a bit Catherine of Arrogant. Anyway. Is the statement below true or false? Okay, this should be easy. 50-50, guys, 50-50. Freedom of expression is one of the principles of the European Convention on Human Rights. I bloody hope it is. Correct! Yes! Let me in your country! You selected the correct response. Thank you. Points 1 out of 5. What happened during the Highland clearances? Ooh, got rid of all the Scots? No, I'm half Scottish, I can say that. Land was taken from the chieftains and given to the king. That sounds likely. That sounds like something Britain would do. When did Winston Churchill become Britain's Prime Minister? So it was just after the war began, I believe. It started in 1939. It actually kind of started a little while before that, but in the history books of Britain, it started in 1939. I'm going with 1940. I think that's right. Correct! Yes, Winston Churchill. My mate, my main man. Henry VII was the first king of which house? I've never heard of Henry VII. I know that there must be one, because there's an 8th Henry, but the 7th guy, who is he? It'll be Tudor, because it's the Tudors. Correct! Yes! What age did Queen Victoria become Queen of the UK? It was something young, it was like 18. I'm gonna go with 18, I think it was 18. Correct! Oh my gosh, gonna get a passport, guys! Gonna get safety for my family! People who were anti-slavery were known as abolitionists. No, they were known as sensible people. Yes, they were known as abolitionists. Is it possible to change the Prime Minister before a general election is held? Yes, and it's freaking stupid that it is. We currently have an unelected Prime Minister running our country. That's how our country works, apparently. Anyone who wishes to stand for public office must be at least 18. I know that. Because I'm running for Prime Minister. Vote for me. Towns and cities and rural areas in the UK are governed by democratically elected councils, often called, no, they're governed by the big companies actually, but anyway, often called local authorities. Some areas have both district and county councils, which have different functions. There's no question. That's not a question. It's a statement with four options after it. Some areas but have both district and county councils, which have different functions. There's no question marks there. That's not a question. I'm gonna have to guess on this. Let's go with local authority. Yes! Which two names are given to the period after the Norman conquest? I don't know. I'm not a historian, and neither are, most immigrants. What if I just select them all? What happens then? Incorrect. You did not select 2. You cannot count. Get out of our country. Which landmark in women's rights was achieved shortly before Emmeline Pankhurst's death in 1928? Women were allowed to vote. Ding! Well done. Took you till 1928. Nearly 2,000 years since Jesus, and they were all just like, maybe we should let women have a say. No. Maybe in 1,928 years, but don't be ridiculous. After the Battle of Culloden, what is that? Who lost a lot of their power and influence? The church. No. The clans? The Ku Klux Klan lost a lot of their influence. Good, that's the way it should be. Why did the United States enter the Second World War? Because we were screwed? The Japanese bombed a naval base at Pearl Harbor, that's why. Correct! That's not even a question about Britain. View results. Okay, I haven't looked yet, guys. My results are in. Am I being allowed into the country that I'm already allowed in? And do I pass as a British citizen when I'm already a British citizen? No! Well, that was the British citizenship test, and I, as a British citizen, have failed to enter the country. If you want people to pass this, not only do they have to be fluent in English so they can talk about frickin' Henry VIII and lords and clans of Scotland, nobody cares about Henry VIII. It's like this whole test was written by the Queen. So please, next time you hear about people who are migrating from one country to another, especially in cases of like war and bad things, try and be nice and think about it in a nice way, not like bloody immigrants taking all our bloody jobs. What are they here for? They're just here to claim benefits, send it off to their family in other place in the world. They just want to live a nice life like you. Yes, you were born in Britain, but you don't have any right to have a nice life any more than someone who was born in Syria or someone who was born in Iran. You have no inherent right to a nice life unless you work for it. And that's it! Or you're a nice person. Those are the 2 things that mean you should get good things. Other than that, piss off. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel or something, share it around so that the general ignorance of the world is somehow slightly decreased by whatever the hell we just did here. I'm gonna go and burn a flag or something. Bye!